Alright, so we are back with another Promised Neverland review. This time we will be looking at last time's conclusion with the Goldy Pond battle arc. Will this arc be great, or will my friend Faith's opinion of saying Promised Neverland stop being good after Jailbreak arc, I already heavily disagree, be true? Let us find out.
So if he tells you anything fucking different, he's a liar and a fucking snake.
This arc starts off with us establishing the connection between Adam and Norman, which I somewhat predicted last time, but this just confirms it. Then we cut to Emma practicing using a weapon, and we learn that fucker, yes him, was able to hold off Lewis with his teamwork on his group. However, he was able to pick off his group one by one, leaving only Lucas and Fucker to be alive, and giving Fucker his hatred towards demons. After that, we cut to dinner, where we see Emma meeting up and talking to Theo, the kid who survived the encounter with Lewis and lost two of his siblings. He talks about how Violet aggressively stopped him from crying, which scares Emma, but then he tells Emma that Violet explained that how everybody here has suffered and that humans are not weak. Emma talks about how the next hunt will most likely start tomorrow. However, the music starts, which means that the hunt has already started. Even the last hunt was yesterday, and they were given around 3 days before the next one, the hunt has already started. Everybody has started to run. Turns out the reason why they started this new hunt was because of Emma. Lewis learned that Emma and the two others with her, Ray and Fucker, are high grades, which gets Lewis too excited to wait for the next hunt, so he starts the next one immediately. However, unlike what they think, the resident has a plan to stop them. Gillian is able to trick some of them demons into thinking she is Emma, and they manage to separate all the demons from each other. Gillian blows some kind of whistle, which starts an explosion. She disappears. Lucas tells the audience that the hunt is on. We see Gillian, Nigel, Sandy, and Sonia's backstories briefly, and then the action begins. Gillian appears with a gun that makes her look like she's from Commando. She fires away at the demons in front of her. However, the leader demon, named Luz, stops the bullet with his mask. Gillian and Nigel keep shooting, which makes Luz think that they have wasted a lot of ammo, but in reality, they were just killing his subordinates, which they knew were weaker. Luz realizes that he will die. He just starts running before Gillian and Nigel manage to destroy his mask, leaving him on the floor. Luz tries to reason with them, but Gillian and Nigel, who lost their respective sisters because of demons, are having none of it and kill Luz. 1 down, 3 more to go. Next are 2 demons, one of them having massive jiggly melons that makes darkness from Konosuba look like a joke. Their names are Noose and Numa. Sonia and Sandy are the ones who are gonna hunt these 2. The demons attack the tree that Sandy was hiding in, and Sandy escapes to prepare, along with Sonia, their plan. Noose and Numa stumbles across the trap thinking that this is how they plan to get them. However, Sandy and Sonia have other plans. Once they pass through the traps without activating much, Noose and Numa are greeted with mask destroying bullets, which destroys their mask and gets Numa to start choking Sonia. However, they predicted this and had Violet and Paula hide in another tree, where they would snipe Numa, killing her. Emma told the group about the demon's weak points due to her experience with Ray and Fucker earlier. This makes Noose angry and sad over it. As Noose grieves over Numa's death, the group is about to attack Noose, but Noose starts to eat Numa's corpse, like one, and then he finds Violet and Paula and throws a spear at their location. As Sonia gets worried for the 2, Noose gets behind Sonia and asks Sonia to give Numa back. Meanwhile, Nigel and Gillian are talking about the group that is going to fight Bayon and hopes that they are safe. Nigel stops and he says shh to Gillian. He notes that he hears someone come. Then it cuts to Emma and Lewis facing each other, talking about how they know each other. Lewis also talks about Isabella and Grace Field before learning that Lucas is alive. And as Emma and Lewis keeps chatting, Emma is trying to stall Lewis out for 15 minutes to give everyone time to take down the other demons. Turns out the thing that Nigel heard was Bayon, which makes Nigel worried for Zack and Pepe, who were the ones who were supposed to fight Bayon. We learn that Zack is the guy who takes the most risks and gets hurt really easily, and that is why he asked to take on Bayon. Oliver asks Pepe to back him up. Nigel tells Gillian that they should split up and that he has a plan to stall Balin to buy her time to find Zack and Pepe. Gillian agrees only to go and try to attack Bayon herself, which annoys Gillian a bit. She said she knew that Nigel might sacrifice himself to get her safe. Bayon mentions to Nigel and Gillian that Pepe and Zack were able to take out his subordinates, but ultimately were killed by him, which gets the two of them scared and runs away. Bayon attacks Gillian, leaving her harmed, but before he has the chance of killing her, Pepe comes and saves the two. So all three run away. Pepe says he has a plan to kill Bayon. As the three are running, Bayon is hiding in a tree thinking that if he follows them, he will know where their base is. Meanwhile, Lewis is telling Emma about a game which he played with Lucas, where he told him about Demon's weaknesses and gave him 10 minutes to figure out how to kill him. He told to bring everyone, including a name that is blurred, presumably Fucker's name. Emma decides to ask if they can play the same game, but Lewis declines at first, but then he accepts giving her 10 minutes. Bayon makes it to where he saw the kids go down. He follows the path and gets confused on why he can't find any of them, but suddenly he's ambushed by Oliver, Lucas, and Pepe. They were able to destroy his mask and harm his eye really hard, and we get told what happened between Zack and Pepe and everything between Nigel and Jillian meeting Bayon. But turns out Bayon survived the attack. We also see a history of Bayon and the leader of Gracefield. Seems like they were really close friends. We also see when Bayon figures out human meat from hunting humans tastes better. Anyways, we cut to present day. We see Bayon finally biting the bullet and dying, but not before he gravely wounds Oliver. Oliver's comrades come to help him quickly. Turns out Bayon was meant to kill Lucas, but Oliver protected him in time. Oliver is immediately given emergency operation, while we see Gillian slowly waking up and Nigel being happy about her being fine. And he tells her that they were able to kill Bayon. We also see Lucas reflecting on the plan and how they have no chance of winning with 3 people down, and one of them having a broken arm. We cut to News' group, where Violet is the only one awake. She is scared, and the fact that she only has 2 minutes to kill News isn't helping her. And as she is losing hope, she feels Emma's presence, but it's actually Ray and Fucker who made it here. Ray asks what is going on, and after taking a bit long to answer, Violet eventually answers that the humans are rebelling, and it's being led by Lucas, which surprises Fucker, because he has just learned that Lucas is alive. Fucker decides to go for Newis and tells Ray and Violet to stay out of it. Newis is about to throw Sandy's body to the ground, but Fucker snipes him, killing News. It's been 10 minutes and Lewis is ready to start the hunt, and teleports behind Emma. Nigel is the only one who actually were able to make it, which makes Emma realize that they have no chance of winning. Emma tries to reason with Lewis, but he is having none of it, and once 10 minutes have passed, Emma activates a trap which shoots a bunch of ammo at Lewis, but he catches the bullets. Pepe also makes it, but he gets chased down by Lewis. Instead of luring him to Emma's location, Lewis almost takes down Pepe, but he gets electrocuted by Emma and is almost shot by Nigel, but he stops it and is about to kill Emma, but then a shot from another gun actually destroys Lewis's mask, and that being Fucker and Ray. They were able to break the mask, and Nigel threw a flashbang into his face, blinding him. However, they learned the hard way that Lewis can still fight while listening to sounds when he harms Pepe. All 5 of them hide in a building and try to figure out what to do. They argue amongst each other and try to find a way to kill Lewis. Fucker reluctantly agrees, even though he wanted Emma to escape with him and Ray. The weird cat pit thing of Lewis spots them, and which makes all 5 of them to run away after it starts screaming. Lewis makes a sinister face while trying to find Emma. They figure out his regenerative abilities are slow, so they use that knowledge in their favor and fire attacks at him non-stop. Adam and Violet also joins the fight, with Adam throwing a bunch of rocks at Lewis. However, Lewis is slowly getting his vision back and attacks Adam and almost kills Emma. The only reason why she didn't die was because of her conscience, which manifests as people she cared for or had respect for told her to live. Anyways, after much difficulty, they finally kill Lewis. They celebrate, but Emma faints from blood loss. They make it to the medical hideout where Fucker and Lucas finally are reunited, and they learn that Lewis got killed. They don't have any more medical supplies to save Emma or Pepe, but after a bit of chat amongst themselves, they decide to get out of here and go to the hidden bunker that we were introduced to in the Promised Forest arc. And they also decide to blow up Goldy Ponds. So when they get everything, including the injured people, and leave Goldy Ponds, it blows up. On January 29th, 2046, Goldy Pond was destroyed. And that is how the Goldy Pond battle arc ends. Overall, I disagree with my friend Fee's opinion about Promised Neverland, since this is probably my new favorite arc. Everything that was building up from last arc and a bit from the previous arcs was honestly great, and the resolve was phenomenal. And I can't wait to see how this will further go on. Next time we will be tackling Coveted Doll arc. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys, well, next time. Bye bye.